moral landscape, Sam Harris argues that science can be used to determine moral truths. He begins by defining morality as the system of principles that we use to evaluate the rightness and wrongness of our actions. He then argues that morality is not subjective, but objective, and that there are right and wrong answers to moral questions. Harris's argument for the objectivity of morality rests on the claim that human well-being is the only thing that has intrinsic value. He defines well-being as the state of being happy, healthy, and fulfilled. He argues that all other values, such as justice, fairness, and love, are ultimately derivative of well-being. If human well-being is the only thing that has intrinsic value, then morality can be defined as the science of maximizing well-being. Harris argues that science can be used to determine moral truths because it can tell us what actions will lead to greater or lesser well-being. For example, science can tell us that torture is wrong because it causes suffering, which is the opposite of well-being. Science can also tell us that helping others is good because it promotes happiness and fulfillment. Harris acknowledges that there may be some cases where there is no clear scientific consensus on the best course of action. However, he argues that this does not mean that morality is subjective. It simply means that we need to do more research to determine the best course of action. Harris's book has been praised by some philosophers and scientists for its bold attempt to ground morality in science. However, it has also been criticized by others for being too simplistic and for ignoring the complexity of moral reasoning. Despite the criticisms, The Moral Landscape has been an influential book that has sparked a renewed debate about the relationship between science and morality. Here are some of the key points of Harris's argument in The Moral Landscape. Morality is not subjective, but objective. There are right and wrong answers to moral questions. Human well-being is the only thing that has intrinsic value. Science can be used to determine moral truths. Morality is the science of maximizing well-being. There may be some cases where there is no clear scientific consensus on the best course of action.